Roman Dolidze talks about what it's like to spar with Sean Strickland. He said that at one point, it turned into a real fight.
With Sean Strickland, we always fight each other. Like, we can't spar. We are both same. That's why if he have fight, he tries to avoid me because he knows that we will fight anyway. Like, we can't spar just light, or when I know that he have fight and I need to be careful, I still don't care. I will go 100% with him. That's why we try to avoid each other when we have fights.
Is that just because you both just have like that dog in you, or like there's a respect there, right? Or is there some type of beef where it's also like, well...
No beef. I was raised very strict and much different than Sean. Beginning, it was strange for me because we always judge people how we are raised and we try to see in them same qualities and same things. But I quickly understand that we are very much different. But it doesn't mean that Sean is a bad guy. He's a good guy. He's a much better person than he thinks about himself.
Sean Strickland responded to that by saying, "Enemies who became friend enemies. It's never not a fight with this savage." Merab Dvalishvili also made a joke about it. "I'd rather spar a 600 pounds gorilla than any of these guys." Before we continue, hit that subscribe button to help the channel. Ilia Topuria responded to a question about a fight with Paddy Pimblett. In a previous video, Paddy claimed that a fight between him and Topuria would be bigger than Jones versus Aspinall.
Ha dicho Paddy Pimblett, que ahora mismo, además de Jon Jones, Aspinall, él opina que una pelea Paddy versus Topuria es la más grande que la UFC puede hacer ahora mismo. ¿Qué opinas?
Bueno, él sabe dónde está el dinero ahora. Eso es lo que busca, porque las fiestas que se pegan hay que respaldarlos.
The UFC announced the signing of Bellator bantamweight champion Patchy Mix. He'll make his debut at UFC 316 against Mario Bautista. Bautista was originally set to face Chito Vera, but Vera revealed on his podcast that he had to withdraw due to injury.
Patchy, no love mix, June 7th, 3 weeks, catch my fight, UFC 316, 21-1. I'm coming for him and I'm coming for this belt.
Tom Aspinall answers some interesting questions.
This is Tom Aspinall, and these are a few hot takes to settle.
There should be a league where everyone can take PEDs.
There are leagues where people do take a lot of PEDs. It should be published publicly.
Wrestlers are boring.
Absolutely not. If you don't want to get wrestled, learn to get up and scramble properly off the bottom.
Jones lost to Reyes.
I think at the time I did think Reyes won, but I can't remember. I'd have to watch it again, to be honest.
Soccer kicks should be allowed.
I think it changes the way that people see the sport, but as a fighter, I do think it should be allowed, yeah.
Jiu-jitsu is useless in a street fight.
If you're in a one-on-one street fight with somebody, and it's a fair game, and nobody else is around, and one person can grapple well, and the other person has never grappled in their life, it's definitely going to help you. That being said, from my experience at least, of street fights and seeing street fights and being involved and stuff, it's very rarely a one-on-one fair fight. So if you get to the floor and you're on top of someone, you're pretty susceptible to one of the friends kicking you in the face. If any of you guys have got any hot takes that you want me to comment on, put it in the comments, we'll get around to it.
Chael Sonnen claims Islam Makhachev tried his best to avoid fighting Ilia Topuria.
Islam did everything you could do to avoid that fight. That's just the truth, guys. That's just what happened. I don't know Ilia. I know Islam. I like Islam a lot. I happen to be a fan of Ilia, but I don't know him. But it's still what happened. Islam did everything you could conceivably do to not fight Ilia, including leave the division, including leave the championship. Hey, if you don't fight this guy, we're going to strip you of your championship. Strip me of my championship. There is nothing more that Ilia could do in our industry. Nothing. There is nothing that exists. Giving a belt, leaving publicly, walking away from it all to hunt a guy down. There is nothing more that Islam could do in our industry. Truly, these are literal statements. There is nothing in our industry that is a stronger way to get away from somebody than to leave the division and even leave the championship behind.
Magomed Ankalaev wants a new opponent. He says that since neither Alex Pereira or Yuri Prohaska want to fight him, he's now looking for someone else. On social media, he wrote, "Guys, is there anyone in the light heavyweight division who's willing to fight me? Because Yuri and Alex do not want to fight." Jailton Almeida responded to him, "Hey champ, I accept the challenge. I'm willing to go down again and fight against you for the title. Alex always fought with short notice. He is too big for do that again. He don't need it." Let's go. Do you accept? I promise I'm not gonna take you down, only strike. A few days later, Ankalaev posted again, saying, Alex Pereira don't want the Ank anymore. Let's leave him alone because I'm not a bully. Fake ninja, he said he have to go back to school because he cannot read. At Dana White. At Mick Maynard too. Give me some fish. To which Jailton Almeida also replied, hello. You can call me Jailton Fish Almeida. At Dana White. At Mick Maynard too. Will we see a potential fight between these two? Write in the comments who you'd like to see next against Ankalaev. Paddy Pimblett thinks Ilia Topuria will beat Charles Oliveira. According to Paddy, Charles gets hit and cracked in every fight.
Do you think Ilia beats Charles then?
I think he might, to be honest. Charles is a bit chinny, and he, I don't know, he's had about 40 fights or something. He always gets punched. He always gets cracked.
Yeah.
So,
he's reckless, but he's super exciting.
Yeah, he is.
And he's dangerous.
Exciting. If he gets him down, I can see him winning, because £10 difference is a big difference.
Yeah.
145 to 155, it's a big difference. People don't understand that because they don't watch the sport, or they're not involved in the sport. But that £10 makes a big difference. Especially, like, Charles is like my height. Ilia's like down here when I stand up, you know what I mean? So it's gonna make a big difference. Like, Ilia might get a bit of a fright at how big Charles is when he stands opposite him. Fighters do that with me, who fight at lightweight. You know what I mean? I'll never forget being looking over at me and being like, what, he's big him. Same with Chandler. Like people thought Chandler was gonna be bigger than me, and he just weren't.
While Jon Jones is in Thailand filming the Russian version of a reality show, where he'll coach a team against Nate Diaz's team, he found time to do a light sparring session with bare-knuckle champion Samat Abduramanov.
Oh! Петличка. Сама.
Сама помягче. Punch like a metal.
It's too hard. No. I think he's favorite for this. That's right. He's a really incredible boxer. Yeah. Very good boxer. He's got a really big reach. The biggest reach. Thank you, man.
Beautiful.
It's good.
Fans also weren't too happy with what they saw Jones doing with Hasbulla. On his Instagram, Jones posted a video spinning Hasbulla around with the caption, "Did we just become best friends?" Fans didn't hold back. A grown man carrying another grown man handled it better than Tyson. One of them sent this meme. "Bro, chill. He's not a baby. Don't pick up a grown man, bro." New video shows Charles Oliveira working on his grappling. Could this be his weapon against Topuria? That's it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any future updates. And now, it's time for the one and only, the legend with the worst opinions in MMA history, Judge Bob. Judge Bob says, Islam Makhachev is just Khabib with better Wi-Fi. Got a hot take that's even dumber than Bob's? Drop it in the comments, and if it's funny enough, it might just make it into next video. We feature the 3 funniest takes every day in our Judge Bob Hot Take segment. So bring the heat, or bring the cringe. Until then, stay sharp, stay violent, and never trust Bob with the scorecards.